Jason had always prided himself on being busy. His days had been full of meetings, telephone calls, and endless to-do lists. He believed motion became the important thing to development. However, currently, he felt caught. Tasks stalled, relationships fraying, and a steady, nagging frustration that he couldn't shake. One evening, after any other day of chaos, he found himself alone on his condominium balcony, observing the city lighting. For the primary time in years, he didn't attain for his phone. As an alternative, he allowed the silence settle. Thoughts he had overlooked, about mistakes he'd made, chances he hadn't taken, phrases he had left unsaid, began to upward thrust. Before everything, it became uncomfortable, nearly painful. However, then he found out something. He couldn't move forward till he understood why he saved running in circles. Jason started out writing in a notebook, filling pages with questions he'd in no way asked himself. What am I heading off? What am I frightened of? What do I really want? The answers weren't instantaneous, but every reflection peeled lower back layers he didn't realize he turned into carrying. He noticed styles in his conduct, how he permit pleasure forestall him from soliciting for help, how fear of failure saved him from taking dangers. Weeks exceeded, and Jason felt a diffused shift. Choices came less complicated, not because he compelled movement, but due to the fact he knew what mattered. Conversations he had averted were now approached with honesty. Projects that had felt not possible have been tackled one thoughtful step at a time. He realized development wasn't just about doing. It turned into about knowledge himself deeply sufficient to behave with purpose. One night time, Jason regarded out on the same town skyline. However, now, he felt a quiet electricity he hadn't diagnosed before. It wasn't from velocity or ambition. It came from searching inward, confronting his truths, and mastering to navigate existence with readability. Reflection had given him something action by no means ought to. A constant, unshakable self-assurance that real progress starts off evolved inner.